Hi, welcome back to the Knit for Brains podcast. I'm Laura Brady.
I'm Karen Miller.
I drew a blank. I'm so used to it being Alisha, and she does the whole thing. This is episode 80. We are a knitting crafting podcast. We come to you from Bradley, Illinois, which is 60 miles south of Chicago. There we go.
Right.
Alisha is kind of busy / not feeling well today. So Karen will be
on her plate.
Yes. Karen will be with us this episode and next episode, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I got the approval.
Okay. Yes, it's next episode we record on Super Bowl Sunday, which means absolutely nothing to me. Alisha, however, I don't know where she gets it from because me nor my husband are into sports, wants to watch the Super Bowl. So
The only time I really watch Super Bowls for the commercials anyways.
and you can do that online
And now,
later on.
Well, even that, a lot of them, they show them before the actual Super Bowl comes around.
I'm not into all that. So, we'll run through the bags for the shop. That way they are off my pile.
You got a big pile.
Yes, I have a big pile. I don't have a whole lot new in the shop. There are still some of Valentine bags left. And there are a couple of the navy blue canvas bags with the police box, Doctor Who on the inside. So there are a few left from last time. So I have a few new sock bags. I went a little sock bag crazy. Well, I had a couple sock bag custom orders. I did also add in one canvas llama bag, which I do not have out, but I've shown it before. Because I had a custom order for that, and I don't like to make just one, so went ahead and popped another one of those in there. So first off, we have our woodland creatures. I feel like he's got this over more, because I'm like, hey, Karen.
Yeah, it's like, I can only go so far this way.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in your lap.
I did move the rocking chair a little bit, because I think at some point I've hit it, and now everything seems all off kilter. So, nice box bottom. This is great for socks, hats, mitts. The inside is actually another fabric, so it's really different. So it's really cute. I have a moo cow one. Isn't that cute?
Yep.
And the inside of this one is like the white, I don't know what to call it, not really checkered. Diamonds?
Yeah.
Maybe
Like
diamonds.
a diamond.
I feel like he's further away, too.
You have long arms, so for you to be like this.
Yeah. Laura, we're podcasting. Have one flamingo.
That's a pretty pink.
Isn't that pretty? That's the inside.
Like a herringbone. Ooh, listen to that fancy
Yeah, I'm
word.
definitely, I'm over too much this way. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I got two of, as I'm throwing them, two of these. I thought this was really different. The black background and the flowers.
Oh, daisies.
And then the inside is white and kind of has some almost like leafy looking things, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure exactly what those are. So I got two of those. Then I have two of what I'm calling my dog phrase. This is like good dog, arf arf, jump, catch, woof woof. And the inside is also the little paw prints.
Puppy paw prints.
So those are really cute. Got two of those. And then this last one I only have one of. And I did have a second one that was similar, but I listed these in the shop last night. And it sold already.
Gotta be quick, people.
Well, normally I don't list them until tonight, but I knew we were going thrifting, and then I wasn't sure what time you'd come over, and rather than cutting into knitting time later, taking
Can't
pictures.
do that. Nope.
We did it yesterday.
I look forward to my knitting time here.
So black canvas, and that has the red with the black polka dots. And then the inside is Mickey Mouse heads.
Mickey.
I had a mini one too, but that was the one I sold. So those are the new sock bags in there. And like I said, there are some Valentine sock bags, medium Valentine, and there are a few canvas bags as well.
That's cute.
Thank you. I cleaned out my little corner over here so I can actually set stuff now. I completely redid my craft room closet. Again, yes, I know, this is like the third time. Well, I found, we're in Goodwill, and I saw these boxes sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of looked at them, but walked past, and then I went walking back, and Brett was over that way, and he's like, did you see these? So I went back over to look at them. These were some heavy-duty boxes. Like, you knock on them, and they're wood.
So they're wood boxes.
And they have a hinged lid.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't look wood, like there's some sort of covering out over it or whatever, and they have handles on the side.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up buying those. They were $4.99. Looked at the bottom of them. They came from Neiman Marcus, and they were $40
for one. And
yes.
How many did you get?
I got two at $4.99 a piece. So I redid my whole closet, and the top shelf, I can actually fit those up there. So all of my advent calendars that I had piled up down here,
mm-hmm.
I now have in one of them is my advent calendars, actual minis. And then the other one is some of like my leftovers. You guys probably noticed this got a little lower because I did donate some, and then I also stored some in the box.
Yeah, it's not the leaning tower of yarn anymore.
I couldn't even move this table without stuff rolling down. Also, the other problem with the closet while I was redoing it was I had so many bags hanging on the back of the closet door because we have hooks there. The door wasn't shutting right. It was like making noises, and I had to like push on it, and I'm like, okay, these bags have got to come off here. So between organizing and donating a bunch of stuff, I ended up clearing out 4 or 5 cubbies in there because the whole closet's just cubbies. So I have a cubby of like my holiday bags now, and then I have a cubby of small bags, medium bags, and large and extra large. And it's kind of nice because now like I can actually see what I have versus them hanging.
You should do a tour of your craft room. Because if you want to learn how to organize stuff and fit the most amount of this stuff and know where you can still find it,
yeah, I have a lot of stuff in yeah, I have a lot of stuff in a little area. You can't really tell on here, but the room is
there's still
fairly
space.
Small. Yeah, there's open space to walk and move around, and on most days, you know, take my sewing chair that's on wheels and zoom across, you know, if I need to grab something on the other side. Well, and you see I organized this over here too with some of my sewing supplies.
Okay, yeah.
So I've been kind of, like I told my husband, I don't think this room will ever truly be done. Because I change it all the time and get different ideas. And I still have one area of the room that's really bothering me that is going to get done and get more organized, that shelf up there.
Yeah, for you that's not organized.
Well, and a lot of that stuff I don't use anymore. So it's going to be gone through.
Is it because it's just so high that it's out of sight, or no?
No, a lot of it's my scrapbooking stuff, which I need to weed through. I don't do quite as much scrapbooking anymore. And then a lot of like lace from when I used to make socks with lace sewn around them and stuff like that. Or wreaths, baskets. I used to use a lot of lace, and I don't use a whole lot of that anymore, so I'll probably get sorted through. So yeah, that's the update on my craft room, folks. It's coming along.
We're all about the crafts.
Yes.
Besides knitting, crocheting, sewing.
Yes, we do a lot of other crafts. So, in fact, and I meant to grab it, but my husband's working on a computer out there on my kitchen table, and he set something on top of it. I got one of my new diamond paintings in yesterday or the day before. I haven't started it yet because he is working on a computer right there, but it is going to be gorgeous. And I was going to show you show it before I start it, but I'll show it to you once I get it going. So, all right. Do you have some FOs to share?
I don't have a lot of FOs with me because the 2 other finished objects that I did, I gave them as gifts.
That makes sense.
But I do have I will show the picture for those that don't follow me on, I hit the camera.
That's okay. They're used to it.
I'm a bobblehead now. But I do have pictures of those that I will show because I know not everybody follows me on Instagram. So,
did you want to share your Instagram again for any new viewers?
yes, actually for my Instagram, I'm known as Loopy Stitcher, all one word. But it's spelled Lupysti, Stitcher, but it's Lupy instead of Loopy. It's just a knockoff because I have lupus, and that's kind of how I came up with the name.
And I forgot to mention, because Alicia's not here and she usually does it. We are on Instagram, obviously, as Knit for Brains.
Mm-hmm.
We have a Ravelry group and a Facebook group. And then our Etsy store is Knit for Brains Designs.
Yep. And then, probably easier because I don't have Peter here. So the first project I did, I'll just show pictures real quick.
Which I did let them know that your I let them know last episode your hat pattern is active, and gave them the info.
It's active. I don't know if it's quite working right.
Uh-oh.
I've gotten some likes. I haven't had any purchases yet, which I'm okay with that because I don't have a lot, because I haven't been a real big, huge Ravelry person.
Mm-hmm.
So I've put pictures of in fact, I'm not an active person very much on even on my Instagram, but I'm trying to get a little better at that. Mm-hmm. And I'm actually thinking about, because I do have photos of a lot of my previous stuff that I've done, of actually posting them on there on Ravelry too, to show that it's more than just the one design and a few projects I did for my nephews at one point in time. But
I can try. I'm writing myself a note here. I can try to put a link in our Ravelry group to your hat pattern. That way, if anybody's interested, it'll be a little bit easier as well for them to find.
So the first one I'm going to show you guys. Sorry, crinkle. Is see if you guys can see that. There we go. I did this as a Christmas present. Probably actually cast it on like the Friday before Christmas. And I used cherry pie. One of her blues. Oh, it's so soft and squishy.
And that is Cherry Pie Cottage.
Cherry Pie Cottage.
She's on Etsy, and her husband Jared also have a podcast.
Right, and that pattern was by the Cozy Up sisters. Their sisters, the collection,
the Four Sisters
collection, and this that one was the Chrissy that I did. And then a lot of you have seen me put this on here multiple times. The cardigan I did for my daughter. It is the Harvest sweater by Tin Can Knits. It's free on Ravelry. I finally finished that.
And it is a great first sweater, a first cardigan.
Here was my first picture, and everybody said, you have to put it on there showing that she's wearing it. So then we took pictures.
Which I'm sure she was
This is hilarious. She's like, okay, what do I do? There's that picture, but here's it's a little bit better.
Sorry if the camera just moved again. The dog is having problems seeing and is running into things.
So as you can tell, it looks beautiful on her. And the yarn that I used for that was Miss Babs. So those are those two big things. The other one that I finished, and I know I showed on here. These are pictures. This was my other pattern of my own pattern that I've done, is called Falling Cable Tap. And the yarn, this is how much I have left. I held Crystal Skies hand-dyed yarn. It was fingering weight, so I held it double. And I actually wound it double, so it made it easier for me.
How smart.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes a little bit, but it works. Yeah. It works. And I know this was one of her Harry Potter clubs. So that's what I have for finished objects.
All right, I guess it's my turn then.
Yep.
I have a few. All right.
I didn't realize how many non-finished objects I had until I was like, oh, I guess
Well,
I cast this on.
I might have had a cast on party the other night.
Well, I got plenty of work.
And tonight, after I record, we're going to have a ripping out party, which we'll discuss later.
Oh, my.
And restarting party.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so I finished the socks from Holly Press Fibers, which was Barbie's Malibu Christmas. This is the one that Jenny of Cherry Pie sent me. We had split our skeins of 2 different yarns and sent to each other, which is a nice way of
I like that colorway.
getting a couple pairs of socks. There it is. And it's not overly Christmas. Which is nice.
It's not. It's deep enough that you can't really tell that
You can wear it anytime.
Mm-hmm.
So
the colors.
And if you're Jenny, it wouldn't matter if they were actually Christmas, because she wears her Christmas socks all year round.
At least she wears her socks.
Oh, shush.
I'm just saying.
I did finally, the big pile I had sitting over there, I put into my sock thing. My sock thing is like overflowing. I probably have 50 plus pairs of socks.
How do you wash your socks?
It's insane. Okay.
Do you hand wash or do you just throw them in the washer?
Sometimes I hand wash them. I do actually have 6 to 10 pair right now, and since I have so many of them, I will hand wash them. When I have a few here and there, honestly, and I don't recommend this unless you're brave, I throw them in the wash machine. Now, that being said, and this might be too much information, this is something you gals need to be aware of. If you wear a bra that hooks, don't put them in with that. Okay? That is the
disaster waiting to happen.
And I know somebody that happened to. Mine don't have hookies. Okay? So I'm good. I don't dry them, though. When I get them out of the washer, then I just lay them flat on top of the wash machine.
And even when you do that, you always do it in cold.
Yes.
The reason why I ask that is that normally I hand wash mine.
Well, and I would recommend it the first time
Definitely
or two,
with a color catcher.
because with the color catcher, I mean, you could put a color catcher in the washer. That's not a problem. But if it were to bleed a lot, it could get onto something else.
Yeah. And even anything hand knitted in general, I do recommend that too. But my only problem is that I have 2 cats, not one but 2, and one of them is pretty long-haired, and I always wear them because I live in a tri-level, which is much colder, and I work at home in a tri-level, and where my office is literally like straight across from the entrance into the attached garage, so the wind just kind of whips.
So you need those on your foots.
So a lot of times I'll wear them at home while I'm working, and so I go barefoot, because I'm at home. So I get cat hair on the bottoms of them. So that's the bad thing about hand washing them, unless I took some type of, I don't know, sticky lint thing.
Yeah, you'd have to,
I guess.
You'd have to probably roll them. And people are cringing right now when they're hearing me saying that I wash my socks in the wash machine. But you know what, people?
I know some people
There's a lot of people that do.
Do you even put it in like a lingerie bag or a zip-up bag?
Nope. I just toss them in there.
Yeah,
like I said, just beware of bras.
Yeah, because I had all of mine, and I hadn't been wearing them this winter because when I washed them, I wasn't happy because they still had cat hair on them, and I was like, I gotta figure something else out.
And I did want to mention my sock blockers are from Knitting Left. Okay, so that's number 1.
That's cute. I like that colorway. A little jealous.
In my little grandma's bag. This, and I've shown this a few times, is the little nugget sweater by Knitting Expat.
Well, that's cute.
And I did not do it in the stripes. I did it in a solid, which is actually what the pattern's written for. And then at the end of it, it does tell you, like, if you're doing stripes to different little things. I have to look that up for
somebody I know.
So I did, don't tell me, yes I do have it, what I use. Tina's Twisted Fibers in these smashed berries. That's what I have left still. Yeah, I know. You guys are laughing. It's growing as we're podcasting. And I did the 12 to 18 month size. And I gotta remember to take all these needles out of here because, oh, and I did want to talk about the needles. So, I knit in the round, obviously with circulars, which are falling out of the packages. And then for the sleeves, I do not like magic looping sleeves because I feel like you get either on one side or the other, you get where it's not quite together. You almost get ladders, but not, it doesn't quite look like ladders.
Yeah.
Somebody out there knows what I'm talking about.
Yep.
So I do DPNs. And Lori had sent me new DPNs. Well, new to me. Knitter's Pride Carbons. I love them. I like them so much that, and I hope you guys are sitting, she knew I had the smaller sizes and the zings, which I love my zings. So she got me, I don't know what size, from 4 up maybe. I'm going to get the smaller size in these.
And replace your zings.
I like these.
That's saying quite a bit.
A lot. So I didn't have the small size in these to do the ribbing on the sleeve, so I had to use my zings. And after using these and going to the zings felt very fiddly compared to these. I also had to be careful because if you sit it down, when the DPNs can slide out because it's all metal, these don't do that.
Oh, because like this black part is a little bit of a different material.
Yes.
Yeah, I've had a pair
Have
of
you,
those in circulars, I think.
Like, it's slick, but not slick,
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
right.
There's a little grab to them.
Yeah.
But not enough grab where it's slowing you down in knitting. Like, it's still a regular knitting process, still goes just as fast. So, yes, I really like these. There's my little needle review. Okay, I guess you guys want to see the sweater, huh?
I'm not into it yet.
Is that not the cutest?
That colorway really knit up really nice on that.
Yeah, so, and it's so funny because this last week, if I don't see Peanut, she FaceTimes me, particularly at lunch. I'm kind of her lunch entertainment, and it distracts her, and she eats more than. And 2 days in a row, she was wearing little sweaters that had been knitted for her, so.
That's cute.
That kid is so knit-worthy, I kid you not. So, yeah. Look how nice that came out. I will definitely knit another one of these, for sure. I might even do, like, a summerish one where I just do shorter sleeves. It was a very nice pattern. So, there's that. It is on Ravelry. It is a pay-for pattern. So, I will put that in. I have a bag going of stuff I need to bring to Peanut and Alisha, so that will go in there. And we might as well stay on the Peanut train. So, I've been doing the Cozy Up MCal. Everybody knows that. And Alisha really liked Clue 1. And we had discussed it on the last podcast that would make a cute shawl for Peanut. So, I knit it. And I know this one is a Honeybee Knits yarn. My sister sent both of these in my Advent. So I used those. And guys, I even blocked this. I don't block stuff. Look how cute.
Oh, that turned out adorable.
So, Peanut now has a shawl to wear to yarn events. Is that not the cutest? I think it came out, like, that's a good size. Like, it'll fit for a while, for sure. Because she got a little bitty neck. I think it came out so cute.
That'll be adorable.
Won't it? I think she's going to love it. So, I finished that. 2 Peanut items this time.
That is adorable.
And this was small enough I didn't even take out blocking mats or nothing. I used a beach towel and some straight pins.
Yep.
On top of the washing machine. Well, that's the like if I put something on the ground, Moo's probably going to walk all over it. Not that she would do anything to it, but
Right.
heaven forbid a straight pin came undone or...
Well, and then her nails, and then,
You know.
or if she stepped on a pin, or
Yeah, so, yeah.
yeah, exactly.
All right. These are finished, but they're also kind of, will stay in an active bag. We'll put it that way. And I'll kind of explain that. So, washcloths. I did, and this is a free pattern, and he actually, I think he has a few of them. Ross, who smells like yarn. Yes. On Instagram. This is the Wallace washcloth. So I did one of those. And then I just did the, whatever it is, Grandma's favorite dishcloth. But you guys all know the pattern.
Corner, basically.
Yeah. Got one of, I'm having problems holding on to things today, folks. So I did one of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
so,
matches the walls.
Because I know, right? Look, guys. Because I've built up quite a bit of cotton yarn from picking up at Goodwill and whatnot. And I decided, because I know my friend always takes donations, whatever. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to consistently work on dishcloths. Well, how funny, because then she contacted me. And her church group is going to, I don't want to mess this up, El Salvador.
Ooh.
And they want to they're making up like gift bags or whatever.
Doing some mission work and stuff? Cool.
Yes. So she needs a lot of dishcloths. She needs the dishcloths to her by February 24th. They need to be 100% cotton. They can be knit or crocheted. If you guys want to do any dishcloths and donate to them, she has a Facebook group, which is Comforting Crafts. And then on Ravelry, she is B-Wing. And I know you guys have heard me talk about Brittany before, that is who it is. And I'm going to just put that up there for you guys. And if you have any questions or you miss anything, you can also contact me and ask. And those are so nice and quick and easy to do as a donation. And I can't remember, I think she says in her group how many that they're trying to get. It's quite a few. So if you guys want to dig into your cotton stash and knit some up and send to her, that would be greatly appreciated. So I'm going to keep that bag active and just continually knit dishcloths, and I will be sending her a donation for
What was that, February what?
They need to be to her by February 24th.
Okay. So almost the end of the month.
Yeah. And if you have anything, just let me, I can send you the address. I have her address, so. All right, so there's that. That is, that's all I have. Yes. So let's run through coupon codes really quick, and then we can do, whoops. Okay, coupon codes 29.39. Whips on sticks. 10% off using code KFB10. Oops, sorry. My husband's cringing right now. She is not Whips on Sticks anymore. She is Tiddly Bakes. KFB10 for 10% off. Sorry. Cherry Pie Cottage. If you guys are looking for sweater quantities, this is a great deal. Use discount 100. Spend $100. Get 10% off. Showreel Studios. KFB20 will get you 20% off your entire order. Lollipop Girl Yarns on Etsy. KFB15 for 15% off any of her hand-dyed yarn and patterns not destash if she has any currently on there. Okay, this is the one I always got to pay attention to. Skyly Knits Fiber Arts on Etsy. KFB 19 for 15% off. Amanda Rake Cole on Ravelry. KFB 19 for 20% off. And there's your coupon codes, guys. All right, got some whips you want to share?
That I have plenty of.
Save MCal till the end so
I
we can
will.
do it together.
Well, actually, the first thing I have is not knitting related, and I have partially.
Oh, that's okay.
I have one of them is done, so, and you'll see some more going forward later on in acquisitions. And one of our many thrifting.
Yes.
I think this was Good Friday. Good Lord.
Black Friday.
Black Friday.
I had to think for a second of Black Friday.
Yeah, right.
Which Brett mentioned today. We need to take you with us again. That way you have more stories to tell.
So on Black Friday, the two of us went together, which at first I was like, it's Black Friday. How busy it's going to be? And it really wasn't too bad.
No.
It was kind of cool because you got things.
You missed it today. It was it was 50% off today at Savers.
So I got it. I got a couple of different, and you'll see the other ones, cross stitch beading kits, basically. So I did finish one of the two ornaments, so they'll be done for Christmas next year.
Which she likes to work on these over at my house because she has a hot light.
Yes, I do.
Brett got her one when we were thrifting.
Because I'm old and blind, so I do a whole lot of.
Well, we've talked about how we're visually impaired.
Yeah, we are visually impaired. Which we were gonna go to Stitch Night Friday, and we were like, no, I don't think that's a good idea.
We weren't sure what the weather was gonna do because they were wrong on this last prediction of the winter weather advisory, and it would just be our luck that we get up there and then we go to leave and there'd be like 10 inches of snow or something.
Yeah.
But
and then
whatever.
The other one out of that, the bell, I actually got started them too. But I bought this, I think, at like Dollar Tree.
Dollar
maybe?
Tree. It would be my guess.
I keep all my beads, even like when I make stitch markers and stuff, in containers like this, which are really nice.
Yeah, I think
So
I just heard a bead hit the floor. That's okay. They always give you extra.
So this is the beginning of the bell. I just got that little bit started. The hardest part is trying to find a bead that can actually, even with the needle that they supplied. So I went to Joann Fabrics and got one of those huge beading needles that are like teeny.
Mm-hmm.
Might not be able to see that. Teeny tiny. And once I did that, I was like, oh, all of these beads fit now.
Yeah. Well, and beads are one of those things that the holes are never the exact same size.
No.
It's just, but typically when you're doing something like that, if you get one that doesn't fit, just grab another one and it'll fit.
Usually, but I was getting to the point, I was like, I
You're
need
getting
another
down to
green
maybe.
one. I couldn't find it. Like 8 beads later, I'm like, all right, this is ridiculous. So that's fun. That was one of my first, not necessarily the beaded, but cross stitch and embroidery. It was one of the first crafts I did as a little kid. So, and I still have, like I said before, a Last Supper that is huge. So there's that. You want to go next?
Oh,
I don't know.
okay,
I
sure.
got quite a few.
I'll pick something. I got like, did I forget one? Oh no, it's down there. I have 3 new sock whips, so I'll just start with those.
There you go.
My first one is Desert Vista Dye Works Unicorn Frap. That's what the yarn looks like.
And I hope that shows up as bright as it is in person.
neon.
It is really quite, and the sparkles to it on it.
And that's where I'm at.
There it shows a little bit more.
So part of the reason why everything got casted, more socks got casted on, was I had received for Christmas another pair of signature needles. Well, my first pair of signature needles broke. And I did contact them a second time going, okay, do you have any idea when they might be back in stock? Because I hadn't heard from them, in a bit. And they're like, oh, sometime in January. I'm like, okay. They're like, we'll send you an email when we ship them. I'm like, all right. Then I go out to the mail one day and the needles were just there.
You didn't get the email, you got the needles.
No email, but I'm like, okay, whatever. At least I got the needles. So I cast it on right away.
Mm-hmm.
And I had my other signatures empty, so I casted those on right away. Well, then I received a third pair of signatures, so I casted those on as well.
Because you can't have
signatures empty.
sitting around.
Yeah, I mean, I think not.
Now that's the MIDI, right?
These
All
are
of
the
them?
middies. Now, 2 of them are MIDI, and 1 is stiletto. So when I get to the stiletto ones, I will show you a MIDI and a stiletto so you can
Together,
see the difference.
yeah. I was curious on
Let
that.
me go ahead and grab the stiletto ones.
Yeah. I actually like the Haya. She doesn't. She pokes holes.
Well,
and a lot of people don't because they're so sharp.
There's really not a difference in the sharpness.
Yeah.
I think that's yours.
Yeah, that was going to show.
There's not really, the difference is the length of the point, I believe.
Okay.
So my next one is from White Birch Fiber Arts, and it is Pink Fire Burns What It Touches. Sorry if that just wobbled. That's what this one looks like.
So can I just make a comment on your yarn? You've really switched from a blue person to a pink person.
I blame Laura.
You blame Laura?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's. Well, actually, this one I purchased. I believe this one she gave to me. The next one I show. I mean,
I know this is blue, but I know there's a multiple, like,
yeah.
This is blue.
Well, if you look at my
blue,
stash.
there's another blue one, there's another blue one. So when you
if you look at my stash, I still have a lot of blue, but I have started working in a lot of other colors because you can only have so much blue.
Well, I realize with, Peanut, you do tend to go towards the pink side too. And that may have steered you in that direction too, but you got a lot of pink going.
I do right now. That's what I have done on those. I worked on those a little bit in the car. And then these are the stiletto ones.
Oh,
okay, so you see the difference? Let me hold them up for you guys. In the tips. So this
it's really
one here is the MIDI. And this one's the stiletto. They say there's not much of a difference. Now, I do say the stiletto is sharper. Maybe a little.
But it's still not nearly...
It's not poke a hole in your finger like Hayas, okay? Yeah. I have no puncture wounds yet. And I've done quite a bit of, knitting on this. So, that's all good.
Because the thing I don't like about the Hayas, while I like the sharpness of them to do, small, like socks, their cables stink. Because they get kinks in them and then...
Now, one thing... These, I gotten straight from Signatures. It was in the Signature packaging and da-da-da-da. These, Laura actually sent to me, and they weren't in the Signature package. And I should have had Brett straighten the cable before I started knitting on them because the cable is a little twisty. So if it's still that way when I finish these socks, I'll have them straighten them because... all he does is he turns the burner on the stove and he just above it heats them up a little bit and it straightens them out. So the cord on this particular, and you can see,
you can see every time
has been a little fiddly, which I should have had them.
Yeah, when you're doing magic loop, it's just all up in your
which is fine. I mean, I've knit enough socks. It doesn't really make a difference to me. Like I can work with it. It's not a big deal. But I will have them straighten them out a little bit once this pair of socks is done. Because it's a little late now. I don't want them to set my socks on fire. I might be a little mad. Oh, let's put that fan back. I might as well show my last pair of socks, and then we'll go back to you.
Okay.
Since we're in sock
And then I'll
land
show
right
my
now.
socks too.
There
We'll
we
stay
go.
The same scenario. I was like,
So, using my sock bags, guys. I love these bags. These have become my favorite, and these are the ones that I keep the most. I got my Pac-Man and my rainbow one, and I have plans of a new one. Oh my gosh, guys. So, I ordered... You guys know I'm a... Well, and I had... Hold on here. My other socks were in my Gilmore Girls bag. Well, I ordered the Luke's Diner sign fabric. So it's white, and then it just has like the little Luke's. And the outside of the new sock bags are going to be a yellow canvas. And then the Luke's will be peeping over it, and on the inside, and I'm keeping one. But there will be some for the shop, too.
you already know you're keeping one before you put it. Now, I'm not Alisha, so I'm not going to bash you. But
Now, in my defense...
You purchased that purposely
For
because
me.
you liked
I
it,
did.
and then the shop is going to benefit from
Yes.
it.
Well, because I know there's a lot of other people that still are really big fans of the
Yeah.
Gilmore Girls. Because when I had listed these, like, they were gone. So when that fabric comes in, I will be doing that. I use these a lot.
Yeah, I looked all over the
I have
place
another.
for-
I have another one.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep. I looked all over the place for you for Christmas. Pac-Man and Gilmore Girls. Those were the two. I mean, every other day I was in Etsy. I was even just Googling it everywhere just to see if I could find something. And the Pac-Man's really hard to find
It is.
anything on.
it is. So in my other sock bag,
I love that fabric.
I do too.
If you get something like that next Christmas, I definitely
Yes.
want something like that. Because I'm really jealous of the one you gave Jenny.
Oh, that was this fabric.
I know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So this is from Quarry
Yeah.
Fiber.
Choir.
Quarry Fiber. We don't
Yeah.
know. The Dragonfly.
That would be my guess.
And this will make Karen happy. Got some
Oh,
blues. So there's that. And this yarn I did not match up the stripes. Usually you guys know I'm very OCD about it. I've not been so OCD lately. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. So they're gonna be a little mismatched.
Which is fine.
Yep.
Matched.
Yes, exactly. So this was on the day where I started caking up all sorts of yarn and was like, I'm gonna cast on things. I caked up this yarn. I caked up the pink and black yarn. I cast it both on the same night. I cast it on a cowl after I wound that yarn.
Yep.
I don't know what was going on. And that was also the night that every 45 minutes I rotated projects. Like, I knit on the socks for 45 minutes, then I grabbed another bag and I knit on that for 45 minutes, and then I knit on the next bag. I might have had too much Dr. Pepper that day. I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
All right, you're up again.
Okay. Let's see. On the sock train, let's see. I got 2.
You got 3 pairs on the needle too?
No, just 2.
Oh, well, you're one behind.
I actually have 3rd, but I left it at home.
See, I'm not
I
the only
haven't
one,
done
guys.
anything on that one, so I have to say.
And she's using her little sock bag
Yep,
too.
I brought my... Okay, here's the funny part. Every bag I have with me, except my 31 bag that carried everything in it, is a Knit for Bray's bag.
Well,
I can't say that I haven't been influenced by someone I know.
Well, sometimes she'll come over and we'll record. That's how you got this one. She's like,
She's like, oh.
she sees the stack. She's like, I want that one. I'm like, here you go.
Let's see. I know this is Night Owl Fiber. I know it's a Harry Potter. I can't
One of the
remember.
Harry Potter club.
I want to say it was one of her dragon ones a while ago. This one I showed, I think, the last time, which was forever ago, that it was on a podcast.
I would just like to point out to you guys, if you haven't noticed this, that Karen went from doing plain stripes to maybe being influenced into doing self-striping socks.
Yeah, maybe. Just slightly. Just a little bit. I like them because when I do them, I can see progress.
Yeah.
I can be like, okay, I'm going to at least knit all the way through before I get up and do anything else. That whole, that whole colorway, and start the next row of the next color. And before you know it, I had the whole sock knit, especially when you're doing vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
But again, did that one. And these are actually the holders that I have in it are also from her too. Love the yarn.
She has really nice yarn.
Yeah. So you can tell I just shoved this in this bag before I came over, because I was like, when you let me know, when we figured out that I was going to do this podcast, I was like, it's been a while, so I guess I had to go through the whole house. I had patterns downstairs. I had stuff
well, then I kind of let you know, like, last minute. Hey, what time? Because I was waiting, since we were up north, I was waiting until we were like almost ready to head home before I contacted you.
So this was a Christmas present from somebody. I love Nightmare Before Christmas, so I love that. I was like, ooh, I like that one too. And it also has my Christmas socks in it, which I actually used to start it off, because you gave me the other. I'm not for sure which one this is. You would know better.
No, I wouldn't. I didn't know what mine were. It's either
she gifted it to me.
It's either cozy
we split
or mustache.
Yeah, one of the two.
I think it's cozy.
But, that's as far as and the actual toe is one of the green colors that I got from when she was dyeing yarn whips and sticks for her Halloween advent. So I was like, oh, that works perfect. So
yeah, I want to say that's cozy.
Toes,
but I could be wrong. Yeah, I had a whole thing. I mixed up my labels and stuff, so I didn't know. The viewers let me know which one was which. Yeah. They're here for me.
Yeah, so those are my socks that are in progress.
How many you got left?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay. Me too. So I'll go again. In my bag, I got for Christmas, Meet Me at Stirrers Hollow, and I Smell Snow. I have it
all in one.
All in one. That's from Lila Styles. I have a new cast on. So I had mentioned, I showed the yarn the last time, and it's my Hugh Loco, the Grocery Girls set, the Little Sister set. And I showed it and said that I really, that I was going to cake it up, and I was going to start one of the Cozy Up patterns. This is the yarn. And I got this last year for my sister. And Jamie was such a sweetie. She sent me the pattern.
Cool.
So I had to cast it on. I haven't done a whole lot of work on it yet. Grande double wrap with a shot of brioche. Okay, this girl is not doing brioche.
I had to laugh.
Before you even ask. Not happening.
I knew that wasn't going to happen.
No. I don't want anything I have to think about. Or anything that I'm not going to be able to take back because, hey. So, which is fine because you can substitute the squishy garter for a shot of brioche and it's all good. This happened because Jamie is always wearing this on the podcast.
It is pretty.
Always wearing it on the podcast.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, oh, that's interesting. And then every time I would see it, I'm like it kept growing on me and growing. And I'm like, okay, I gotta knit that. And then I saw the set sitting up there and I'm like, oh, that would be perfect for that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. And I've made a little ways. I've made some, let's see here. That's the right side. So, not a whole lot of progress, but some progress.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun knit. It's a real fun knit. I'll tell you why later.
Okay.
I don't know that I can tell you on here because...
It's our little secret.
Well, no, it's not a secret, but
it is a pay-for pattern.
It is a pay-for pattern.
Yeah.
And it does have the I-cord edging on both sides, which is really nice. Yes, there was a provisional cast on, which is fine. I always just do the crocheted method. except for my crochet loop is coming out. And I really am not ready to get stitches active. There we go. So, yeah, I'm in the squishy garter beginning. This will have, I'm sure, more love by next time. So there's that. You want to go ahead and do one now? We'll just go back and forth.
Let me see.
I lost my thing. Oh, there it is.
So, yes, this one here. Got a special present for Christmas. I was thrilled. T-Laura.
I had one panel left from when my sister sent me those.
And the Alisha. It's huge. It's like,
I'm like, Karen, I found it when I was going through fabric, and I'm like, oh, Karen's part of the podcast. She needs one.
So I got out after I finished my Gana sweater. I had the gumption I'm like, well, I really want to continue on the sweater train. And I got out my throwback. I don't know if there's a picture here.
If not, people know the throwback.
Yeah, the throwback. So I got it back out, completely ripped it out and restarted, of course, because, why would you, not?
That's what we do.
So. I don't even think that this is long enough. But my needles aren't quite long enough so I might have to switch my needles out with something else. So I'm almost 3/4 of the way through with the color work because I've already finished the color work a couple of times and redone it. So I know. But I know that will be pretty once it's done.
And what yarn are you using?
This is Cascade Superwash 220. And their colors are all, I think, numbers. So
okay, I'm cracking
it's
up. It's not superwash. It's single white male. Remember? Okay, if you got... if you don't watch Cherry Pie, you won't understand it. Oh, they are so funny. And Jared was reading the label, and it said,
Superwash Merino.
SWM, and he's like, single white male, and Brett's in their sleep, or no, he was watching TV. We're laughing. I had already seen it, but I started laughing again.
I was crying.
He had to come out and see if we were okay.
He was like, he did. He came out. He's like, is everything okay out here? I was like, no, it's just... So we were tickled. Completely tickled and laughing so hard.
I laughed twice because I had already watched the episode and I rewatched it once she was over.
You guys and your shenanigans, let me tell you what.
Jared was in rare form.
Yeah, so it's really like a pumpkin autumny orange. And I'm using a cream, a green, and then like a navy blue. So all those three colors go really well together. So.
Okay. So, I talked about this one last time and showed it, and it wasn't very far. It is my potluck pullover that I'm doing all out of minis from Honeybee Knits. And I kind of shared some concerns last time. And I did have a friend / viewer that reached out to me and said, yes, it looks funny. Don't worry about it. It works out okay. She said hers looked the same way, and then she showed me a picture of the person wearing it. And it actually looked like the picture. So I feel a little bit better about it now.
Yeah.
Not going to show you all the yarn because, well...
There it is.
It's filled. So... Defend the neck. Last time, I was from this top to the marker. So, I've gotten quite a bit done. in between doing other stuff.
Yeah. And having your cast on party.
My cast on party. So I don't know. I'm still working the raglan increases, and then I'll be splitting for the sleeves. Then I have to actually pay more attention because I need to make sure I save enough yarn out of the minis so that I can match up the sleeves. If I don't, I don't, but I'm going to try to.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
Yep.
But my concern was, if you didn't watch last time or if you're a new viewer, was the neckline. Because it looks really funky. But I knew there was no way I screwed it up because all it was a long tail cast on.
Yeah.
And there was just no shaping. And I was like, how is that going to work?
Yeah.
It does. That's what I've been told. So I'm done worrying about it.
Especially with it rolling like it is.
Yeah. I'm done worrying about it. I'm going with it because I saw pictures. So.
I guess if all those fails and you don't really 100% like the neckline, you can always pick up and do maybe just like a couple,
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Something, yeah. Like that. You could if you were anybody else, but that's not going to happen. Let's just be honest.
It's a miracle I've even made it this far. You guys know how I am with sweater knitting for myself. I keep reminding myself though, this is just a t-shirt, so it's not going to be as much. Peanut sweaters are just so much quicker.
Well, they're a lot smaller.
I know. I get bored. So by having all the cast-ons that I do and the fact that I've been like trying to switch it up, even if I don't switch it, like if I work on this and this the one night, then I try to work on this and this the next night. Plus changing the colors, I think is why I've been able to stick with this.
So at what point are you going to start, like, that's a lot of ends.
This is nothing compared to that Harry Potter blanket I did.
True. I don't know about that. By the time you get to the bottom, though, that's going to be... And then the sleeves, too?
I'll be fine. You know I don't mind weaving in ends. I know you guys are all groaning, going, what? No, I don't mind it.
She's weird like that.
Yeah. When I was going to Thursday night clubs, I would volunteer to weave in people's ends.
Oh, I'll do that.
Care. Yeah.
Like, here you go.
It doesn't really bother me a whole lot. So, yeah. It'll be fine. You're up again.
I can't remember what it was. I was doing the ends in, and I was like, huh.
Where's Laura?
Take a little while.
I forgot to move up on my progress keeper, so I'm going to do that while you're showing your next item.
Okay. The next item is not very far along. There was I call like a knitting SOS from a viewer who asked us if we were podcasting. I am going to create my next pattern out of lollipop yarn. And this is a leaf, the colorway leaf jumping sock set. It's 75-25.
Single white male?
Yep, nylon. Okay. With nylon. The male's with nylon.
He is nylon joggers, huh?
100 grams for the actual main colorway, which was 415 yards, and then there came a 20-gram purple mini that goes with it. So I have, believe it or not, actually been working on this. I had gone through several processes, and I finally landed on going to do a cowl. It's not very far along, but I doubled the yarn, so it's more of a DK weight, and I'm happy with how it's turning out. And again, I did that same method. I actually doubled it up. So that's really going to be pretty when it's all done. More to come on that.
Next podcast.
Yeah. Yep. So it'll probably be more along the lines of the 6-week time frame than the 4. Since I'm making it up as I go. I already have in my head what I'm going to do for the main part, so hopefully it works out.
Okay, are you down to MCal?
Yes.
Okay.
MCal.
MCal. All right, so let's show Clue 1. I know you have that done. I just gotta find mine.
Oh, I was going to say, I hope I brought it with me.
This is Clue? Yeah, this is Clue 1. Yeah. So spoilers if you don't want to see any of this.
Spoilers, spoilers.
So I am using these 2 yarns here, which this one is on the right, the pink is Twisted Owl, and on the left is Honeybee Knits, which I've gone through it before, so there you have it.
Pink
Okay.
again. Sorry.
But there's blue, guys.
Pink and blue.
This is my Clue 1. Obviously, it's not blocked. Ends are woven in, though.
Yeah.
Okay. You got Clue 1 and yarn?
You guys haven't seen my yarn. So, I got this for my Christmas present. I went back to Bumblebee. Acres Fiber Farm. Sorry about that. One of the colors is called Red Barn in Winter, and the other one is called, this is Red Barn in Winter. It's on her sparkle base. And then Red Barn. First clue. Mine is much bigger.
Yeah. That's
Inside
okay.
yours.
I can block them.
I realized I was kind of getting stretchy with the one section, so I tried to tighten up my knitting a little bit. So
those are Clue 1s. This is Clue 2.
Sorry.
Clue 2. Karen, do you have a Clue 2 to show?
Yes, I do. But I have to giggle. I'm like, no. Here's as far as I've gotten. Clue 2.
Well, I'm going to make you feel better in a minute.
Are you?
So, Clue 3. I'm taking it all out.
Oh.
So, this is Clue 3. Like, I'm deep into it, guys.
Is it Laura Lace already?
My stitch count is off. So, on this, no. This is ridiculous, though.
Yeah.
So, for this lace section, you do rows 1 through 26.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess you should have had 103, which I didn't pay attention. I didn't count. And then you do rows, and I'm trying to remember, but I don't really remember. Like, let's say 3 through 14.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's the end of the section with 117 stitches. I have 103 stitches. But I did the rows 3 through 14. I don't know where it went wrong. I could just do the rows 3 through 14 again, and then I would have the correct amount of stitches. But I made it through this one without lorifying it. Jamie, did you hear that? I did not lorify this.
I'm impressed that she didn't lorify the Clue 2, because I know how she is with lace.
Tonight after podcast, I'm ripping this whole thing out.
Oh, that's the party.
I'm not even going to try. I know you guys are like, well, just tink it back. No.
How many rows would you have to take back?
I would have to take out all the lace and then count this to see where I'm at. And this lace, no. Like, I tinked back a row on one of the lace sections. That's fine. No. I'm just taking it all out. Starting it over. It's all good. I'm fine with it. I want it correct. So.
Jamie, I'm quite impressed that she made it to the third clue before this happened, because I know Laura. I know what happens with her and lace.
Funny thing.
She says, lace is not my friend, is what she
When Clue 2 came out, I was messaging with Jamie, and I'm like, seriously? All the lace. You know, I can't get through lace without putting my own spin on it.
It's like a bad word to her.
Oh, it'll be fine. You know, I'm not a fan of lace, and I got through it. It'll be fine. And I made it through it. So then Clue 3 comes out, and I look at it, and it's the same laces again. And we were talking about something else, and I'm like, Jamie, you had to have been cracking up laughing when I was complaining about the lace, knowing that the next clue had the same lace. And she's like, I was. Well, now I'm going to rip it all out, which is fine. It's actually, it's not bad. I mean, I'm wondering if maybe I missed something here because
I'm thinking that looks pretty
this seems
short.
really small to me, but you never know.
Yeah.
So rather than spend time trying to figure out where I messed up, it's going to be quicker just to start it over. I mean, whatever.
What I've been doing too
if
is
you're 2 clues and it was fine, I will probably tear this out, reknit it, and she might be starting clue 3. So I'm still good.
maybe. I can do like I said, I work at home, and sometimes I'll bring my knitting because I'm in a meeting and it's like a conference meeting on the phone, and I call them the weeks, horrible weeks. That's a nice word of putting it. Where I'm in meetings for 8 hours a day on the phone with a headset on. And I'm not talking the whole time. I'm not necessarily the person that's leading the meeting. So a lot of times I will go ahead and do, like, pick up something quick, a hat or socks. There is no way I'd be able to do something like that. So I can't even attempt to try to catch up because it is what it is.
For the actual MCAL, that you have like an extra week if you're going to enter it into their thing. And I have that in my Cozy Up bag.
Well, I'm hoping I have tomorrow off from work, and then I actually have the last.
Oh, you should.
I took an extended weekend, January 31st and the first Monday of February.
You know,
because I have homework due.
Oh, well,
That's
you
my
need to get
final.
that homework done before Monday, and then we can go out and play. Just putting it out there. You should ask Brad if we're going for Mexican tomorrow. I don't know. I didn't ask him, so. All right, acquisitions. You want to go?
I got quite a bit.
Okay,
Because you guys haven't seen anything. I haven't been on since before Christmas.
It's all my fault. Okay, I'm sorry. I keep playing with my glasses, and I've got a really bad eye itch. I don't know what's going on. You might have some cat hair on you.
Probably. I apologize. Usually I'm much better at...
I'm blaming Karen.
Yeah.
It
Well,
could
I
just
left this in the
that
bag.
time. It could just be that time of night.
So my meant for Christmas purchase finally came in. That's a story in itself. But
yes.
This is Dye Works, and this one's called Riverdale. It's self-striping. Merry Christmas.
Yay. And that's so me.
Yes.
So
Look,
me,
pink,
guys.
pink.
This is like our Knit for Brains colors.
It is, with deeper
It really
shades
is.
of
Yeah,
pinks
deeper.
and blues. Yep.
Thank you.
And then, we'll probably end up splitting these anyways.
Oh, yeah.
I also got, I think this says Grackle. Grackle.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
Which is really pretty, like deep jade blues and purples.
That makes a
to
really
black.
pretty man sock, even.
Yeah.
Not that we're going to do
No,
that.
I ain't doing that. No, I don't think so.
Okay,
Look.
so the story with Karen in this, she never ordered Desert Vista Dye Works before.
No.
And didn't realize that there's a whole shipping schedule because
There's a process.
It's not dyed up ahead of time. So sometimes, depending on how busy she's been, like my strawberry shortcake, I think took a month and a half to get to me.
Mm-hmm.
Karen orders it and was like, I ordered your yarn for, I did an order from Desert Vista Dye Works. It should be here by Christmas. I started laughing. Yeah, no.
No,
Karen, no, it won't.
No.
She's like, well, what do you mean?
I vaguely saw the December dates when I was ordering it and didn't really pay attention, and I just wanted the yarn. She's like, well, did you pay attention to the dates? Yeah, thinking those dates would be okay. They're Nope. No.
That's okay, though. See, Christmas just keeps coming.
I still have one Christmas present that has not arrived yet.
Girl,
It's
you
in
have got
China.
to start shopping.
Well, this was not my fault because I didn't realize when I ordered it. It's a gift for my husband. Some stupid thing he, tagged me in Facebook. I'm like, whatever. He doesn't ask for a whole lot. So I ordered the Stein. And it's been sitting in on its destination to the China warehouse since December 26th or December 27th.
Yeah, some China packages can really
maybe by February.
take quite a while.
I keep watching it. I told him about it. I might just hand him the code and say, you keep watching
I've
it.
already started, like, birthdays for the year. Like, I have Peanut done in February. I've got stuff for Alisha in April. I got stuff for Jenny in March. I have stuff for you in August.
I'm July, but
July. I knew that, too. Why was I saying
That's
August?
hilarious.
July.
It was summer.
Yeah, summer. Yeah, I get moving right away. When I see something, I got something for my sister already, which is November. When I see something, I get it and stash it.
I cannot remember. Oh, there it is. Who I ordered this from. This is from Trappings and Trinkets. And I was on the hunt for a green, because I have many pom-poms at home, and I was on the hunt for a green pom-pom. And I found one because I'm going to
I was just going to say, that doesn't look green, but then
I know. You're like, I know I'm
green.
slightly colorblind,
I have
but
colors.
that's not green.
Yeah, I have issues with colors,
I was holding
but,
this. No, that's not green.
okay,
but this
we
is
really need to have your vision checked. It's getting worse. I'm glad I drive when we go places.
Yeah, and then I direct her.
Yeah. Well, I have...
Unless Alicia's with us, and she's like, look for this street, and Alicia's like yelling, there it is.
Well,
and we're like,
have,
what?
I have the better headlights.
Yes, very much so. All right. So the green one is going to go top of my ones. And it's got the magnetic snaps. So that's the first time. So I have to just, take the time and sit down and put it on. But I like those. They're a little bit on the small side. Especially this one. It's not quite as, long.
Yeah, it's not as long.
It'll be nice. That'll work. So I got that. I'll reorganize stuff later.
I was going to say, it takes me forever after we're done podcasting.
So when I got this from Cherry Pie, I also had ordered her, this was one of her Christmas colorways, right? Snow Flurries, and this is in DK 100. I know this was in her worsted, because that's what was available. Superwash Merino, 250 yards, and this is nice, and I know this is going to probably end up being a hat. I love it. Hat or gloves. I love the blues in there. So I got that. Let me see. Also, when I got my colorways for the MCAL, I got from Bumblebee Acres a Christmas engagement. And this is Downton Abbey inspired, and this is in her squishy DK. And me and my wine colors. I love that wine color. And the pinks, and there's even a little bit of green in there. Let's see, what else did I get?
She's got a never-ending bag over
there. Because it's been a while. I had to get, because I wanted this colorway when Melissa was at the wool gathering that we went to, and it's called In the Navy. It's in her sparkle base DK. Let's see. And then I don't have it all with me. I just grabbed one skein to show you guys. Andrea Mowry had put out a new cardigan called the Ginny, based off from her, inspired by her grandmother. And I'm just doing a vintage Broco DK, and this is like a wine color. I think it probably has a number. It's probably a number, not
Probably
an
a number.
actual. But I got enough of this at a new yard store that I had to go to when I went up to University of Chicago to see my rheumatologist. I was like, I deserve, something like that. So I went to it, and it's called Llama Llama Ding Dong.
I can cancel that one off our list. She went without me, guys.
Darn it.
That was supposed to be our trip.
I know, but it was actually kind of small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been impressed.
I experienced it.
I wouldn't have been impressed then. That's what she's telling me.
So I'm kind of glad I went first. She would feel, But I mean, it's a newer shop. So.
I would have found us something in the area to do though, because you know how I am.
Oh yeah. And they did have a nice selection of things. They probably need to work on their needles because all they carried were in circulars. All they had was knit picks, but it was all in wood. And everything else circular were all the exchangeable kits.
Mm-hmm. Even knit picks metal ones that they're cables. I can't use them. I break them.
Yeah, they had, I think it was Trigoos or something. So the space itself, she had it set up nice. Very nice owner came up and introduced herself. I'm not even going to attempt. I can't remember what her name was. But it was very nice. It was nice for me to be able to just switch on over off on 80 to slide over there and stop there.
We have the other one we want to go to anyways, so
I had a heck of a time trying to find it though, so I was like,
it's because I wasn't with.
Yeah, I know, because you weren't driving, I went around the block a few times, and then there was one way, and it was construction, and it was right before Christmas. These next two items I got for Christmas from Laura. So this is No Makers, which we know they don't sell anymore, but it's on their worsted, and it's called Zombie Sunset, which is so, like, these colors are so neat. And look, it's even got oranges and even purple. The brown's almost like a purple. And then also she got from Whips on Six when they were going out, right?
Which they don't dye anymore.
She doesn't dye anymore. It was one of her clubs, Pumpkin Spice. So can you tell I like fall? I like fall and jewel tones. It's usually what I have a tendency to go towards. And then, being that I'm in such a, and she's seen my sad sleep holders for she felt sorry for me. So she got some clover.
I got these for myself, and I love them. Of course, we can't get them at our Joann's in town, so when I was up north, I picked them up.
And she gave me a little llama bag. And then the last thing I purchased, which you guys had already seen, is I have two more sets. And these were like 95 cents. And I think they were like, because it was Black Friday, like 40% off or something.
Yeah, there was
20%
some sort of
off.
sale.
Some sale.
She kept looking at them, and I'm like, just get them.
So I'm like, yeah, I'll get them. So.
We went crazy that day. Like, we got so much stuff.
I got this. I got this too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff that day.
I think everything I worked at when I got from Megan was like a couple pair of pajama bottoms. That was hilarious. We would go through the pajama areas. We'd be like, check out this. What is that? So I got her a couple pairs of pajama bottoms, a top, and then something else. And then I ended up, like, one store, the last time we had gone, all three of us together, the last store, which is, we had gone to, I ended up not getting anything. This time around, though, I ended up with 3 tops for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I've worn all those. And I got like 3 cardigans.
Yeah.
I think I might even leave one here because
we can hang it on the door. Yeah. We have a coat rack.
Yep, I have my own recliner, and I have my special light.
Hot light. She just got a
new coaster.
Oh, and I'll let you know, even though those are glass, they're very heavy duty because I threw mine across the room.
Okay, why did you throw it?
Well, I didn't throw it. Okay, I should rephrase that.
It fell and rolled across the room? Or?
I was putting the recliner down, and Moo was in my lap, and I didn't realize she was so close to the end of my lap, and she started to fall. So I went to grab her, and my hand came like this, hit the table mate. Everything on the table mate went flying, including the coaster.
Oh.
For being glass, they're very heavy duty.
Yeah.
Not a chip, not a break, not a nothing. I still have a little bruise on my hand.
Yeah.
And it like dented it in even. The dog. She's not sleeping with us anymore neither.
Uh-oh.
Because
is that a good thing?
When we are putting her in bed now, she keeps going to the edge of the bed and just standing there looking, and we're afraid she's gonna either jump or fall off. So we've been leaving lights on in the house and then pulling our door shut because she'll pace and pace and pace and pace for the first hour and a half. And because we were up to one night, it was like midnight and the dog was still pacing. We're like,
and they have wood floors. Or
yeah. So yeah, she's not sleeping with us anymore, which is the first night it was hard because she usually lays on my foot. So A, my foot was cold, and B, it was just weird.
You were cold. That's news.
Yeah. So, all right, on to me.
Oh, we have 2 minutes left on this battery. So
oh my goodness. Well, we can always pause it.
Okay. Because we know you guys want to look at her goodies.
Just kind of keep an eye on it. Okay, so I did receive some gifts, so we're going to do those first. I got a yarnet.
That's kind of cool. Can I say that?
Yes, and it does have a strap in it that you can connect here. So you can thread your yarn through any of these holes. And then this is your knitting needles. You can just stick your knitting needles in there to hold it.
Nifty difty.
So these are really made for people that pull from the outside of the ball, like me. Because when you pull from the outside of the ball, if you're sitting on the couch, a lot of times that ball goes rolling across the floor. It won't do it for this. And as Karen was pointing out, it has a bottom that's like a non-skid. So
yeah,
that's
I thought
really
it was
nice too.
Thought it was a suction cup, but it's kind of like this rubber base that obviously if it's on anything, it doesn't go anywhere.
I forget what they call. They actually called, because I got a little chuckle out of it. I can't open this. Shoulder strap. No, I'm not seeing it. There was, the way they called the little needle thing something, and it was really funny. But I don't see it now. I don't know where I read it at, but...
I'm not for sure I would have it, the shoulder strap thing, but...
Oh, it looks like... Oh, okay. Now, I didn't see this. This is storage.
Things would go flying.
Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So this comes off here, and they're showing you can store, like, stitch markers or something in there. I don't know if I'd be doing that.
No. Everything would go flying.
Put the globe into sock. Okay, now your yarnet will hold to any surface. The base also provides a storage area. Okay. Oh, these are needle docking slots.
Needle docking slots, like a it makes you think that it's like a computer thing.
Yeah, and then it comes with it does have the strap in there, the long strap, like the lady has it out and about, and she's in knitting.
No,
my thing would be at home on the couch.
Yeah.
And of course, she got me a blue and glittered. Because well,
those are cute.
You know.
Yeah.
Laura has a bunch of these, and she loves them. She pulls from the outside of the ball as well.
Yeah.
And
a lot of times I do too.
So I'm really interested in trying it.
Yeah.
So that'll be coming up here. Okay. I
am so jealous.
know, right? I got that big cozy up bag with the blue on the bottom, the nice handles, and guys, this thing is gigantic. It's the doctor bag, so it has the frame in the top, so it will stay open. And this thing is huge. Wait till you see all the stuff I pull out of here. Insane. JoJo did a wonderful job on this. Okay, so she also sent this for you, Karen. So if you want to show that.
Orange, look. Gnome Acres.
Stars Hollow.
Stars Hollow.
Gilmore
Doppelgangers.
Girl.
Yep. That's very cool. Very cool. Stars Hollow and Pumpkin Goodness. That's nice.
Mm-hmm. And then I got...
Aw, Care Bears.
Care Bears back. And it's so funny because I just got a Grumpy Care Bear pop today. You see him on my shelf? So cute. So I got the Care Bears bag. Love this. I was like, this goes perfectly with my strawberry shortcake bags. It's like whole thing. And
even that shade inside does.
Yeah, that pink. And this is from Fate's Thread, I believe. Yes. Okay. And then I got 2 skeins of yarn that she had left over from making a sweater. And it's Cherry Pie Cottage, DK Tweed, Burple.
And there's an example of tweed that you can touch.
Yes. And she thought that there would probably be enough of it that I could make peanut something.
Oh, yeah.
So I can make her a little cardigan or something. So that'll be fun. I will actually be putting that in Peanut's cubby. And some a pair of Zing sock needles. A skein of Nomadic yarns. And it's from the Tits Out collection. And then this is a mini that Laura actually dyed to go with it. That's
now
really
that is
pretty.
bright.
Yeah. Oh, did you see? You've seen the set that she sent to the Cozy Up girls.
Mm-hmm.
Really, was it? That's so rad or something like that. Gorgeous. You guys should check out Lollipop Girl Yarns.
Yeah.
Got that. Got Desert Vista Dye Works. Oh, the bill figure. There it is. Long end.
Crinkle, crinkle. Sorry. Not.
People like crinkling.
That means goodies.
So, Desert Vista Dye Works. And this one is Neon Christmas.
I guess I didn't catch that she really does, because it's hard to find sparkle on self-striping. Because a lot of times you see
sparkle.
one or the other. It's like they either do a variegated in striping or...
So there's that. And then she sent me half of one of her skeins, which is from that Queer Fiber Every Flavor Beans.
Harry Potter. She would know that because she's...
I know, I knew about because of the beans.
I was gonna say.
And yellow, and then that's the self-striping.
I'm impressed that you know about that.
Yeah, I know that. And then I finally got the bag empty, so I can show you. On each side, there is a pocket.
Cool.
This thing is going to fit a lot. I was actually going to break my rule of not using things until we podcast. If we went to knit night, I was going to put my cowl bag and my sock bag in here to take in my wallet, because I'm like, oh, it'll fit plenty. So, it's cool. But I didn't. So now I'm going to use it. I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to put in here.
Very cool.
So, love, love, love.
You should see the floor.
Then
We'll figure it out later.
Brittany had sent a birthday present for Peanut. Her birthday's February 1st. And it was really, really, really cute. I might have a picture of one of the items. I know she had made her a toy, which I don't have a picture of that. But she knit her an antler pullover. Guys, look how cute that is.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah. So, also in that package, she sent me a little something. She sent me 4 skeins of Debbie Bliss baby cashmere.
Ooh. That kid is going to be rocking it.
So this is gonna go in Peanut's cubby as well. And there's no color. It's just a color number. It's a number. So
How thick is that? Almost like a sport? Sport, maybe DK?
I'll use a US 3. They're showing.
Probably a sport.
Yeah, I'm thinking of sport. I'll look it up before I would pick a pattern
Depending
for
on
it.
depending on the pattern, it can be
Yeah.
crossover. Okay.
Normally with something like this, I look it up and see what they actually classify it as, and then I will look up a pattern.
Yeah.
So I got 4 of those. So that will go in Peanut's cubby. Then I have some Goodwilling. This was from last time. So I hit the cotton mother load.
Apparently. I thought you were going through your cotton. You already did that to make room for more cotton?
Well, yeah, and this is going to get knit up right away in dishcloths for
Yeah.
Brittany's thing.
Yeah.
It's all, I believe, sugars and cream. So I got 2 of these. I got 2 of these. I think she needs to go potty. 1 of these. 1 of these. 1 of these. 1 of these. That's it.
So how many is that?
8.
At
These were a little bit higher. They were $1.99, but they're the supersized. So that makes a difference. Because normally they're only like 99 cents or less, sometimes 50 cents when you get them at Goodwill. But they were the supersized skeins. So I'm like, okay, I'll do the $1.99. They were there, so. And then today, we got something from every single thrift store we went to today. Some of the stuff I won't be showing, like I got a new little organizer over there for the craft room. I bought a big 31 tote that had the owls on it for Alisha. I got a bunch of stuff for Peanut. Brett found one thing when I was looking at something else, and it's new, still has the tag on it. So he found that. So that was good. Then I got a sock yarn. Soccata. The Plymouth Italian collection. I don't know if it has a colorway.
looks like it's a number.
Machine washable. Yeah, it looks like a number. It was from a yarn store at some point because there's a yarn store label on there. I've never knit with that before. It almost feels like an opal. To be honest with you, it's a little. It's hardy. And then
Laura?
no, it's Alisha.
Are you podcasting?
Then I found some other sock yarn, and I did not need all 4 skeins of it. But no yarn left behind, folks.
Of course not.
So I got
Why would you do that?
So I got myself 2 skeins of it, and her 2 skeins of it. because it's the same color, and I think you're gonna like it.
That's funny.
It is Luxury Sock by Loops and Thread, Cashmere Blend,
Ooh, cashmere.
Keller Cannon. So I got 4 of those, so here you go.
Cool.
All right, that's everything I got. I still have not been ordering. That's why. I mean, I ordered a couple things, but they're gifts. They were not for me. I did order the Gilmore Girls Club from Teeny Buttons, but there was a little bit of a mix-up, and I received the Harry Potter Club instead of the Gilmore Girls.
Oh, no.
So it's fine.
Yeah.
Robin's wonderful. I messaged her and let her know what happened. It's not a big deal. She's sending me out a Gilmore Club on Monday, so it'll be on its way. It's fine. It happens, especially when you're doing a club like you have a couple clubs like that, and you have so many people that are ordering these clubs. It's easy to do. Very understandable, not a big deal. So.
Yeah. So as one last, this is what the picture looks like on Ravelry. This is my daughter wearing it. Loopy Stitch Design on Ravelry. I'm also known as Loopy Stitcher on Ravelry, my personal account. So go out there, like it if you like. And I'm sure I know the next giveaway that these guys do, that I will probably give a pattern. I was going to try to figure out how to do the coupon thing, and you know how technology challenged I am. And I don't even know if it's working right now. I have people that have liked it, but not purchased anything. But when I go on it, and I see it from a different way than everybody else
I can go on there and check it.
Okay,
if you remind me when we're done here.
That's my biggest concern is because I did charge, and it took me 4 hours, kid you not, to try to set this up, and it was supposed to be easy.
This is one that does not know how to do a screenshot.
I do know. Yeah, you taught me how to do it,
and then she gets a new phone.
Yeah, I had to learn all over again. And I sent her a screenshot, and I said, "Guess what? I did it all by myself."
Oh, I'm here
like,
for her, though.
Lord.
It's okay.
Sit me in front of the computer for work, I'm fine. I do it every day. It's my, I'm a learner of actually doing something.
Can I get you up? Watch out.
You
want to say hi to everybody?
Yeah, she's prancing around.
She's a mess. She goes to the groomers tomorrow. You smell her. And she's messy.
But we'll make sure it's linked and we got everything figured out.
Yeah,
my husband finally asked me today, "Is that working?" I said, "I don't know. I don't know if it's working."
Yeah,
right.
I'll I think my laptop's charged. I'll go on my laptop when we go in there and check to make sure it's working, and then I'll see if I can't. I'll start I think how I'll probably do it is there'll be a thread, and I'll say Karen's pattern, and I'll try to just put a link in that thread. So if you guys want to just go there, that's the plan.
And even if you just like it, so I have traffic, and because I'm still learning, obviously, and I will make sure that I get some of my other projects that I've done, that some of them you guys have already seen and seen on my Instagram.
I never put my projects on Ravelry. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Please reach out to me also on Instagram, too. I've added a lot of followers. Thank you very much. The last time that we put it out there, it's nice to see, and then I follow people back. So I've seen several of the viewers, their sweaters and our projects, so that's always
fun
to see.
Yeah, because you guys get to see everything that we do, but,
right. Yep, exactly. So that's the only way I find new things that's out there is by following others on Instagram most of the time. So
she says, "Hi, Karen."
Yeah.
So, as always, make sure you give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and there's a little bell. If you click on the bell, then anytime we put up a video of any sort, it will let you know. But I think we're good. So we will see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.